Good morning, students. This is for EC 4th semester. The subject is Signals and System. Today I will be delivering my lecture on linear convolution, the concepts of linear convolution and circular convolution, why the result of linear and circular convolution is not same, and how to obtain the same result from linear and circular convolution. First of all, let's do one example. Question is compute the circular convolution of following sequence and compare the results with the linear convolution having two sequence, that is x of n having 4 samples 0, 1, 2, 3 and h of n again having 4 samples 2, 1, 1, 2. First we have to perform the circular convolution. Circular convolution is y of m is equal to x of m, circular convolution h of n. This is the sign of circular convolution. So we perform here matrix method to obtain the circular convolution or to obtain the output y of m. So for circular convolution, the length of both the sequence must be same. Here x of n having 4 samples and h of n also contains 4 samples. So by matrix method, write down the output y of n in matrix method. N is 4. Capital N is 4 means 4-point DFT. So 0 to 3. Y of 0, y of 1, y of 2, y of 3. And this is the x of n sequence in matrix form. X of n contains 4 samples. So this is a matrix method. So x of n is in 4 cross 4 matrix. This is h of n 2, 1, 1, 2. In this first 4 samples 0, 1, 2, 3. So I am writing first 4 samples in vertical, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. And whatever you are entered, that is 3, that means last sample you need to write here again at the starting of second line. So after this last sample, first will repeat, and in every line you need to repeat, and you need to write the same sample which you entered in the previous column. So 3 as write again in the second column, then 2 and then 1. So here I am writing 0, 1, 2, 3, then 3, then 0, 1, 2, again 2, then 3, 0, 1, then 1, then 2, 3, 0. Like this you will get same sample at the end. So we started with 0 and ended with also 0. After this matrix is multiplied with second sequence, that is h of n 2, 1, 1, 2. So multiply first row and column, that is 0 into 2, 3 into 1, 2 into 1, 1 into 2, then 1 into 2, 0 into 1, 3 into 1, 2 into 2, then 2 into 2, 1 into 1, 0 into 1 and 3 into 2. Then 3 into 2, 2 into 1, 1 into 1, 0 into 2. So this is 0 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2. Then 2 plus 0 plus 3 plus 4. 4 plus 1 plus 0 plus 6. 6 plus 2 plus 1 plus 0. So result will come 7, 9, 11, 9. So we obtain the circular convolution. Y of m is equal to 7, 9, 11, 9. That is equation number 1. Now in question, we have to compare the results of circular convolution with linear convolution. So we also have to perform linear convolution. Now there are 4 methods of linear convolution. First is graphical method, then basic equation of convolution, then multiplication, and last one is tabulation. In linear convolution, formula is y of n is equal to x of n, that is the sign of linear convolution, into second sequence h of n, and this equation as n is equal to l plus m minus 1. L is number of sample in x of n, m as number of samples in h of n. So number of samples in x of n is 4. H of n also have 4 samples. So 4 plus 4 is 8, minus 1 is 7. That means the length of the output sample n linear convolution is 7. So here this is tabulation method. This is a value of x of 0, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, and this one is h of n is 2, 1, 1, 2. Multiply each row and column, that is 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 into 2, 2, 1 into 1, 1, 1 into 1, 1, 1 into 2, 2. Then 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 1, 2, 2 into 1, 2, 2 into 2, 4, 3 into 2, 6, 3 into 1, 3, 3 into 1, 3, and 3 into 2, 6. Then adjacently separate each row and column, divide it, then add. That is only 0, so I have write it as 0. Then 2 plus 0 is 2, 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 0 is 5, 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 1 9, 9 plus 0 is 9, 3 plus 2 5 to 7, 3 plus 4 7, then last is 6. So output 0, 2, 5, 9, 7, 7, 6. How many samples are there? 7, because the range of n is 7. And that is equation number 2. Now compare equation number 1 and 2. In equation number 1, we have having obtained only 4 samples, but in linear convolution, that is equation number 2, having same 7 samples, and also the result of circular and linear convolution is not same. That means equation 1 is not equal to equation 2. That means the result of circular convolution and linear convolution is not same. Now the question arises, why the result of circular and linear convolution is not same? We have already discussed in our previous lecture. Again, we are reviewing the concepts of both the convolution in this lecture also. First of all, circular convolution. Basically, circular convolution, that is output as y of m, contains same number of samples as that of h of n and x of n. X of n first sequence and h of n is second sequence. In this example, let us take x of n have 8 samples and h of n also contains 8 samples. That means n is 8 point DFT. So circular convolution is given by y of m is equal to x of n circular convolution h of n. So output y of m also contains 8 samples. And second is linear convolution. Linear convolution as y of n is equal to x of n, linear convolution h of n. And the equation to find out the length of the output sequence in linear convolution is n is equal to L plus m minus 1. L as number of samples in x of n, m as number of samples in h of n, and capital N as number of samples in the result of linear convolution. So L as x of n, number of samples in x of n, that is 8. M as number of samples in h of n, that is also 8. 8 plus 8 is 16, minus 1 is 15. So in circular convolution, and the length of the output sequence is 8, but in linear convolution the length of the output sequence is 15. In both the convolutions, the length of the sequence of or range of n or length of n is not same. That's why the result of linear convolution and circular convolution are not same. We have also seen in the previous example, the result of linear and circular convolution is not same. Now next is how to obtain the same result from linear convolution and circular convolution. To obtain the same result from both the convolution, the following steps are used. First is Using equation that is n is equal to L plus m minus 1, first calculate the value of m, that means how many number of samples are present in linear convolution, or we can say number of samples contained in linear convolution in output. So let us assume n is 15. By doing second step is by doing zero padding, make the length of every sequence equal to 15. We have two sequence x of n and h of n. So by using the concept of zero padding, we have to make the length of both the sequence equal to 15. That means in this case we need to add 7 zeros in x of n as well as in h of n. Third step is perform the circular convolution. That is the result of linear convolution and circular convolution will be same by performing these three steps. Now we will do one example to check how we can obtain the same result from linear convolution and circular convolution. So the question is, find the linear convolution of x1n and x2n if x1n is 1, 2, 3, 4 having 4 samples and x2n is 1, 1, 1 having 3 samples. So and also obtain the same result using circular convolution. Now first we have to write the two sequence, that is x1n, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 samples, and x2n 1, 1, 1, 0. To make the equal length of both the sequence, we have to add 1 0, that is the concept of zero adding. So in case of circular convolution, the length of both the sequence should be same. That's why we are adding here 1 0 to make the equal length of both the sequence. Now the length of both the sequence are equal, 4 samples, in this also 4 samples. Now first we will perform linear convolution. In linear convolution we will perform linear convolution by tabulation method. In this side we have write x1n and this we have write x2n. x1 is 1, 2, 3, 4 and x2n is 1, 1, 1, 0. Now multiply each row and column. 1 into 1, 1, 1 into 2, 2, 1 into 3, 3, 1 into 4 is 4. Again multiply 1 with 1, 2, 3, 4. Again we obtained 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 0, 0, 0, 0. Then separate, adjacently divide each row and column. Then add 1, 1 plus 2, 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. 0 plus 2, 2, 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 4, 9. Then 3 plus 4, 7, then 4, then 0. That is the result of linear convolution, and write here equation number 1. Now the length of linear convolution is 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0 to 6 means n is 7. We can also verify it by using this equation. N is equal to L plus m minus 1. L is number of samples in x of n, that is 4. M is number of samples present in second sample, that is x2n, that is again 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 minus 1 is 7. That means the length of linear convolution is 7. Now we have to perform the circular convolution. Circular convolution formula is y of m is equal to x1n, circular convolution x2n. Now we will obtain the same result using circular convolution. Here the length of linear convolution is 7. We have to make the same number of samples in x of n and h of n, that is equal to 7. So to make the length of x1n and x2n equal to 7, we have to add 3 zeros in both the sequence by the concept of zero padding. So right here x1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0, 0. Now the length of the sequence is 7, and in x2n length is sequence is 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Again the length of sequence is 7. That means the x1n and x2n contains 7 samples. So we will make length of x of 1n and x2n equal to 7 by doing 0 padding. Now we will perform circular convolution by using matrix method. Now 0 to 7. Now y of 0 to y of 6. No need to write y of 7. This is matrix for x1 and that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 into 7 matrix, that is x2 and sequence. Again in matrix method, first we have to write the sequence as it is in vertical 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0, 0. Then repeat 0 in second line. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 0. Again 0. Then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. And like this you will get same symbol at the end. So we started with 1 and also ended with 1. Now after this matrix is multiplied with second sequence, that is x2n. Now multiply each row and column. First is 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. Similar way we write your 2 plus 1, then rest all 0, 3 plus 2 plus 1, rest all 0, up to so on till the end. And at the end we got the circular convolution result, that is phi of m is equal to 1369740. So therefore y of m is equal to 1369740. That is equation number 2. Now comparing equation number 1 with the 2 and check whether the result is same or not. Therefore y of n is equal to y of m and equation number 1 is equal to equation number 2. So the result of circular convolution and linear convolution is same by doing the concept of zero padding. Now we do one more example. Next question is find a linear and circular convolution of the following sequence, that is x of n having 4 samples and h of n also contains h of n contains 3 samples, and also verify the result with circular convolution. So first is linear convolution. To check the length of the linear convolution, the equation is n is equal to l plus m plus minus 1. L is number of samples present in x of n and m is number of samples present in second sequence, that is h of n. So in this 4 samples, in this 3 samples, 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 minus 1 is 6. That means the length of the output sample in linear convolution is 6. And the formula of linear convolution is y of n is equal to x of m linear convolution h of n. This is the sign of linear convolution. Now perform linear convolution by tabulation method. This is a sequence samples of x of n and this is for h of n. 4 minus 2, 2, 1, then 1, 2, 3. Now multiply each row and column. After multiplying, separate adjacencies divide each row and column, then add, that is 4, 8 minus 2 is 6, 12 plus 2 is 14, 14 minus 4 is 10, 4 plus 1 5, 5 minus 6 is minus 1, 6 plus 2 is 8 and last is 3. So we got at the end y of n is equal to 4, 6, 10, minus 1, 8, 3. So length of the output sample is 6, n is 6. And second is circular convolution. Now the length of linear convolution is 6. Now we have to find circular convolution of x of n and h of n. But to perform circular convolution, we have to make the length of x of n and h of n should be, the length of x of n and h of n should be same. But in linear convolution n was 6. The range of n is 6. So the length of circular convolution should be also 6. So by adding zeros or by padding zeros in xn and hn, we will make length 6. So x of n is 4 minus 2, 2, 1, 0, 0, and h of n is 1 2 3 0 0 0. And the formula of circular convolution is y of m is equal to x of n circular convolution h of n. This is the sign of circular convolution. Now perform circular convolution by matrix method. Y of n, that is the sequence x of n in matrix form. X of n contains 6 samples, so this is 6 cross 6 matrix, and this is second sequence, that is h of n. Then multiply each row and column, at the end we got 4 6 10 minus 1 8 3. Now that is equation number 2. Now compare equation 1 and 2. Therefore the result of linear convolution and circular convolution is same. So that is the concept. First we have in the starting of the lecture we will covered why the circular convolution and linear convolution is not same, why the result of linear and circular convolution is not same, and second we covered how we can obtain the same result from linear convolution and circular convolution, and done some numericals. That's all. Thank you.